All right, so let's go ahead and just roll the shoulders out a little bit. Ooh, mine are super extra crunchy today. Let's roll forward. Good, and then roll back again. All right, and then just allow your shoulder blades to release down your back. So you're rooting into your sit bones. You're lengthening through the sides of your waist. There's a little lift of your heart, so it feels a little bit like cobra pose in your upper body. And you can have your hands just hanging by your side if that feels good. Sometimes starting out, it feels nicer to have your hands on your thighs. And then you can just peek down at your legs really quick. Make sure that they're about hips distance apart. Your knee is landing over your ankle. Good. So just finding this space in this seat, and you can allow your eyelids to close here. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. And open your mouth, sigh the breath out. Ha. Already notice if the shoulders are trying to help out. So just imagine that somebody's gently pressing down on them. And again, you're inhaling through your nose. And exhale, sigh the breath out. Ha. Couple more times like that, just at your pace. Notice the three-dimensionality of the breath. So everything fills up, it expands outward on the inhale, and then everything contracts in on that exhale. And when you've done that a few more times, you're going to start to inhale through your nose and then also exhale through your nose. You might be constricting the sides of your throat, so finding that ujjayi breath. It might just feel better not to do that today, so that breath can be a little heating. Sometimes it just feels like a little too much. See where you're at today. It's always a little different, even though we're doing the same poses over and over again. Each time we get on our mat, it's a slightly different experience. So we don't attach to what we think it needs to look like. Instead, we really tune into our bodies, make little adjustments so that we can feel good in our yoga practice. You're going to notice that your attention wanders from time to time, especially starting out. You get distracted by sounds happening in the room that you're in. You'll especially get distracted by thoughts coming in and out of the mind. That's all okay. Just keep returning to that sound of your breath. Keep drawing your attention inward. It doesn't have to look perfect, but there's a lot of utility that comes from just practicing this. Good. And then so you can keep your eyes closed here. We're just going to move into cat cow. It might actually feel nice to keep your eyes closed as well. So just again, see where you're at. So hands pressing into your thighs if they're not already. As you inhale, you're going to rock forward on your sit bones. So you're finding that arch in your lumbar. Welcome, Amy Hillman. Good to see you. As you exhale, you move in the opposite direction, backs of the sit bones, chin towards chest. So you're rounding into that cat position. And then just continuing here like this. And paying attention to your body, just noticing the little things. I got a lot of tension, a lot of kind of some tenderness, soreness in my shoulders today. You might be feeling stuff different places. Just observing, not even necessarily trying to change anything. Noticing where you're at, especially as we begin. And then we'll just pay attention to how things change as we begin to warm up, move the body. And let's just continue with this a little bit longer. Maybe you're finding a little more suppleness in your spine. Maybe it's not happening just yet. Good. And then let's just carry this into some Sufi rolls. So just moving in one direction. And again, these can be big, they can be small, a little of both. And kind of bring your attention to your lower trunks. We're kind of moving in all directions here. So you're going to feel sensation shifting in your body. Beautiful work, everybody. And then let's just start to switch directions. Maybe just check in with your breath again. Notice what's happening there. All right. And then just starting to come back to our Tadasana, our mountain pose, and maybe you want to refresh your posture here. So again, make any little adjustments that you need to. You're rooting down into your sit bones, legs about hips distance apart. Let's move into some sun salutes right away today. And then we'll do a little neck stretching. So if you do have blocks available, this is a great place to use them. So just by the sides of your feet. And if you don't have them, they're not necessary. So we're going to find our nice tall seat here. And then you can just go ahead and release your arms by your side. So there's this subtle turning outward of the arms at the shoulder socket. So little external rotation. So you're nice and open across your heart and chest. Hold on to that as you inhale. Take the arms out and up. You could also reach them forward and up if that feels better. Let's just hang out here for a couple of breaths. Perhaps you start to bring your gaze up and you could imagine that somebody is holding onto your wrist, gently pulling you up. So you're just getting a little longer. And we want to try to hold on to this length we've created, even as we fold in here into our Uttanasana. You can take the arms out wide and swan dive in. Maybe it feels better to use your hands to help support you. And then you roll all the way down. And we hang out here for a few breaths. So your fingertips might be on your blocks. They might be grazing the floor. You're releasing your chin towards your chest. So we're getting this forward fold. We're finding flexion in the spine. You're listening to that inhale through your nose, that exhale through your nose. From here, we're going to come back into extension of the spine, so that back bending sensation. So you might press your hands into your blocks and you can do different heights. You could also have hands pressing to shins or on top of your thighs. Wherever you're at, think elbow squeezing in. And again, we're finding that cobra pose feeling. So this is the back bend portion of these sun salutes. Your gaze is soft and gentle. You're just kind of looking at something in front of you. Notice it, see it. Beautiful work. As we exhale, we fold back into our Uttanasana. Always remembering that this need not be very deep. So for a lot of us, forward folding, especially starting out, can be really intense. So always do less if you need to. Maybe you're getting a little more extension in that cervical spine. Starting to release a little bit. And then as you come up, I want you to think of that back bend feeling again. So again, you can reverse swan dive out, or maybe you're using your hands to help press you up, but you're feeling that lift of your sternum and chest. Arms reach up overhead. So finding all that length, all that height, perhaps gaze up. And then as you exhale, you can take your arms out wide here, or maybe palms pressed together and come to heart center. Nice work. And we're going to start to flow that together. So one movement per breath this time. So go ahead and release your arms by your side. Inhale, take up space, reach up. Gorgeous. As you exhale, you make your way into your deep forward fold, whatever that might look like for you today. Inhale into your Ardha Uttanasana, your half forward fold. Exhale back into Uttanasana. Pressing down, so rooting into feet, rooting into sit bones. Use that anchoring to help you rise up, maybe gaze up. And as you exhale, hands return to heart center. Let's do one more together. So reaching up, Utthita Hastasana into Dasana, extended mountain pose. Holding into your Uttanasana, deep forward fold. Inhale into your Ardha Uttanasana. Ardha means half, so we're in our half forward fold. Exhale back into Uttanasana. And then as we inhale, we make our way back up, extended mountain pose, Utthita Hastasana into Dasana. As we exhale, hands come to heart center, Samastiti. Even standing here in our mountain pose. So we're going to do 3 more of these. If you're not feeling these today, you could just simply return to your cat-cow stretch. If you wanted to add one arm, then the other, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, at your pace, you're just taking 3 of these. Some days it feels good to move a little faster, especially if you're feeling a little lethargic, you want a little more heat. Some days it feels really nice to stretch these out, particularly if you're feeling a little anxious. So we can use our breath, use this flowing movement to kind of regulate how we're feeling. You're also welcome to have your eyes closed in these sun salutes. Just make sure that you feel really safe and steady if you're doing that. For sure challenges the balance in a different way. Really beautiful work. Good. So there's no rush finishing that third one when you're there. Just sit in your mountain pose. And you can close your eyes if they're not already. Pay attention to your body, to how it's feeling. Perhaps you feel the heart beating a little faster. Maybe you're breathing a little faster. Feeling some warmth, some heat. Maybe you're starting to feel a greater sense of ease in your body. So that movement is so nice. That breath is so nice. It helps to open things up. It helps us to find space. Maybe your mood's even shifting a little bit. I say it often, but it's hard not to be kind of happy when you're doing some sun salutes. All right. So from here, go ahead and blink your eyes open. Just release your hands to your thighs. And then we're just going to tuck our chin towards our chest. So we've been here a little bit already with that deep forward fold, our Uttanasana. So sitting upright like this, you might notice that the shoulders really try to help out. And just pretend that I'm there in the room with you, pressing down on your shoulders. There's a little weight, a little gravity. Really trying to find lots of space in the back of the neck, that cervical spine. Because let's inhale, start to lift the chin parallel to the floor. And then exhale, drop right ear towards the right shoulder. And again, you're keeping those shoulders releasing down. Might not go very far here. You're going to start to feel some sensation on this left side of your neck. Send your breath there. Just imagine that your exhale is creating some space and ease. Good. Let's inhale up to center. And then exhale. We lean that left ear towards our left shoulder. Right away, observing how this side feels different in your body. If it feels different, just notice. Again, you go in a little deeper if you need to. You back off if you need to. Good, let's inhale to center, and let's just do a little movement, like a little mini neck flow here. So exhale, chin towards chest. Really trying to keep the shoulders out of the ears. Inhale, chin lift. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale up. Good. Exhale, chin towards chest. Inhale, chin lift. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale up to center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale up. So let's do 3 more complete cycles. I'm not going to cue you. You can follow along with me. Or again, you can just start to move at a pace that feels good to you. And again, your eyes might be closed here. If they're open, gaze is soft and gentle. Like a little mini neck flow vinyasa. Good. So when you've done 3 complete cycles, let's again just meet with our chin towards our chest. And there's no rush to get there. This time we're going to keep our chin tucked, and you're going to take several breaths to bring that right ear towards your right shoulder. And it's going to get into some different places in the neck and shoulders. And you're going to get curious about where you start to feel sensation. You're going to hang out in spots where there's a lot going on. Notice again if that left shoulder tries to help out the situation when things start to feel a little intense. And then we're just going to hang out here on this right side for several breaths. So chin slightly tucked. Perhaps release your left fingers down so they extend towards the earth. And then if you'd like to, let's just a few times. Inhale, lift the arm in and out. Exhale, release down. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Do 3 more. Good. So you can stay here like this, left fingertips reaching towards the earth, or you can take that hand back on your thigh. If you'd like to take the right hand, just apply a little gentle pressure. You're in control here. So if you want a little more, just use the strength of your arm a little more. If you need a little less, you do a little less, or you skip it all together. Good. Let's all take our right hand to our cheek. Use the strength of your arm to help upright your head. We come back to our mountain pose or Tadasana. And then we release, chin towards chest again. Keep those shoulder blades gently squeezing in towards each other and then releasing down towards your sit bones. So you can just visualize that in your mind's eye happening on your back body. All right. And then again, we have several breaths. Keeping the chin tucked. As we bring our left ear towards our left shoulder and pay attention to all the sensations happening on this right side of the neck. Lingering in any spots that you need to. You might not want to, but you may need to. How is this side different? Just hanging out on that left side, feeling that stretch to the right side of the neck. Maybe you release. Right fingertips down, and you're welcome to just stay here like this. You could also skip it if it doesn't feel good on the side. It's absolutely fine if things look a little different side to side. And then just let's inhale. Ooh, lift that Armenium out. Gets into some interesting places for sure. Exhale, release. Inhale. Moving with the breath. We've got 3 more. Beautiful work. I think that maybe I've done three, but I'm not sure. So I'm doing an extra for good measure. This is what happens when your mind wanders for just one moment. All right. If you would like to take your left hand, apply a little pressure to the top of your head, you're welcome to do that. Again, you're in charge here. Do a little more, do a little less, skip it all together. Breath smooth and steady. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose. Beautiful. Let's all just take our left hand to the left cheek. Up right the head. And then just one more time, let's do that little flow and just see if it feels a little different. So exhaling chin towards chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right ear towards right shoulder. Inhale up. Exhale, center. Inhale. Exhale off to the left. Good. Inhale up. Let's do two more complete cycles. If you'd like to release both hands down, you might have opened up the shoulders, the neck enough that that feels okay. And you might try it and be like, not so much. Let's do one more full cycle. Absolutely fine if you're not doing them perfect. I think I've not been. There's no perfect, just moving. All right. So when you're done, let's give the shoulders a little wiggle out again. And then let's do some scrunches. So go ahead and inhale, bring your shoulders up towards your ears, create lots of tension, and then let it go. A few more like that. Mhm. Do one more. Good work. So finding your mountain pose, Tadasana. Let's inhale, take the arms out wide. Good. As you exhale, gentle twist to the right. Inhale up to center. Exhale, gentle twist to the left. It might not be deep. We're just going to warm this up a few rounds here before we come into the hold. So just moving with your breath, exhaling, you're twisting in. Inhale, you come back to center. So you've done some forward folding and back bending. So this twisting action, also so healthy for the spine. We want to move it in all directions. If you need to release your arms down, feel free. We're going to hold on the right side our next time. Find a little more extension, and then go ahead and place your left hand. It can either come to the inside of your left thigh, or it might come to the outside of your right thigh. A lot of that just depends on how we're built, how we're feeling on any given day, how the spine is feeling. We're all built a little different. And then maybe you're moving your gaze in the direction of that right shoulder. Breath smooth and steady. Inhale again. On the inhale, it's a little more challenging in these twists to feel that three-dimensionality of the breath. But see if you can breathe into your spine in all directions. The front body, the back body, the side body. All right, so let's just keep your left hand pressing wherever it's at. Unwind the upper body, and then just bring your right elbow on top of your left. Good. So elbows start to lift. You're just holding onto your shoulders. And then let's just find a little cat-cow here. So inhale, elbows lift, you arch. As you exhale, you round in, chin towards chest, elbows towards belly button. Inhaling, lifting. Good. Exhale, round in. You might be feeling sensation at a different place in the shoulders with the arms in this configuration. Garudasana arms, eagle arms. I've seen lots of eagles out here the past couple of weeks. All right, so the next time you're lifting, just come to a nice tall seat. Take an exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, take the arms out wide. Good. As we exhale, we twist to the left. So this side might feel a lot different in your body. So again, you just gauge where you need to take this right hand. Try to let those shoulder blades release down, squeeze in towards each other. So even though we're twisting, there's still this cobra pose feeling in the upper body. And then you just move towards bringing your gaze out over that left shoulder. As you exhale, you're wrapping those right ribs to the left a little more, even if it's just a thought. So visualize that. You got a few more good breaths here. Find that three-dimensionality. So you inhale, feel the expansion of the rib cage in all directions. All right. So again, just keep your right hand where it's at. Start to unwind your upper body. We take the left arm on top. Give yourself a little squeeze. As one of my teachers likes to say, hug your favorite subject, yourself. And then we're going to find our cat-cow again. So inhaling, lifting. Exhale, round and chin towards chest, elbows towards belly. And then just continuing like that, moving at your pace with your breath, just enjoying how good this movement, this flow feels. Losing my earbud there. Good. So Next inhale, just come to a nice tall seat. Good. Take an exhale, root into those sit bones, and then inhale, open the arms up wide. Good. And then maybe even lean back a little bit. You can pretend that you're Rose on the Titanic. Perfect. Maybe do the thumbs down sign. And then perhaps either grab elbows, make fists, or you could even interlace your fingers just to get a little more stretch. It kind of depends on where your chair is at too in relation to your arms. But feeling that nice openness, kind of like a little shalabhasana, seated shalabhasana, serpent pose. Good. And then let's just release, come back to a nice tall seat. So we've done our forward folding, we've done the twisting in the spine. Let's go ahead and start to do some side stretching. So our lateral stretching side to side. So we can complete all of the movements here today. So once again, just release arms by your sides. Make any little adjustments to your posture that you need to. Find that steadiness of your breath, that inhale through your nose, that exhale through your nose. And then we inhale. Side bend to the right, reach that left arm up and over. Keep those shoulders out of your ears. Exhale. Great. Inhale, right arm reaches up and over. Keep anchoring into that right sit bone. It might get a little light. Exhale. And then several rounds of movement like this. So we're warming up the action. Really does get into this like delicious place in the body, especially lower trunk. And just finding this flowing action here, connecting movement with breath. For many of us, this has this nice calming quality. It actually even can help to focus the mind a little bit. Sometimes when we're sitting still, it's easier to get distracted by thoughts coming in. Okay, so the next time you're side bending to the right, let's hang out there. So make little adjustments. Shoulder blades are releasing down. They're squeezing in towards each other. So you can stay here like this. We're going to give this a little bit of time. We're going to do a few different variations. If you want to reach your right arm out to the side, take a couple of breaths like that. And then do that thumbs down again. So you're externally rotating at that. No, internally rotating rather. And then bend the elbow, press the back of your hand into the small of your back. Maybe it goes a little higher, but then you're just finding a little leverage to press that right shoulder head back. Perhaps you start to gaze up underneath that top arm. Notice if that shoulder is coming into the ear, soften down. Are you breathing? Oh my gosh, there's so many things to think about here. If you're in this half wrap with the right arm and you want to stay there, you're welcome to. If you want to get a little kind of like side plank core work, you could reach both arms off to the side. Oh, you will not thank me tomorrow when you feel those obliques. I'm sorry, not sorry. Good. So wherever you're at, inhale up to center. Good. Take an exhale. Another full inhale, get a little taller, and then exhale. Side bend to the left. So just nice and basic starting out. Anchor down into that right sit bone. Imagine that somebody is gently pressing on that thigh. Feel the shoulder blades Just squeeze in towards each other as they release towards your sit bones. Does this side feel different in your body? You might be sending breath to your lower back area. Sometimes you get a lot of sensation there in this pose. And then again, lots of options. Stay here like this. Maybe extend that left arm out. And we're finding our internal rotation at the shoulder socket. So rolling in. And then maybe bending that elbow, taking the back of your hand anywhere on your spine. Kind of just depends on shoulder flexibility. But as you press your hand into your back, you find a little leverage to lean that left shoulder back. You could be looking up underneath that top arm. That might get into some different places in the neck. This looks great. This is almost like a little reverse warrior pose in the upper body. And then if you're really feeling like going for it today, building a little heat, little core work here, lateral core work. Beautiful. As we inhale, we come up to a nice tall seat, root into your sit bones. And then as you exhale, release the arms down, give them a little wiggle, a little shake. All right, so let's come into our warrior two. We're going to take that into, we'll do both our reverse warrior and then our extended side angle pose. So we're going to start on our right side. There's a lot of different ways that this can look. So we're going to open up that right leg any amount. So if you're a little more open in the hips, you might come a little wider. What we are looking for is knee over ankle alignment. And it's fine if you're just the tiniest amount, that works. So in regards to this left leg, you can keep it exactly where it is. You might extend that leg to straight. You're going to kind of see how you feel. A few of us might even take that leg out wide. If you're doing that, it's hard to see here today, but you're rolling to the inner edge of your foot. So whereas we're getting external rotation, hip opening in this front leg, this back leg is neutral. So we're getting that internal rotation. And then wherever you're at, you want to keep your torso squared to your camera. So you're not leaning side to side, you're not twisting. So lots of little different planes of action in this warrior two. We're going to inhale, take the arms out wide. We're just going to hold this for a couple of breaths. Again, shoulder blades squeeze in. Sternum lifts, tailbone extends down. One of these opposite actions help us find space and groundedness in these poses. Flip your right palm up towards the ceiling. Good. And then as you inhale, side bend. So a few different options here today. You can just release this left hand down by your side. It could be on your thigh. If you wanted to find that little half wrap variation again, you're welcome to take that, which can feel nice. And then you get into the shoulder, that left shoulder a little more. You're leveraging that hand against your back to help you find that openness. Maybe you start to bring your gaze up underneath that top arm. We have our reverse warrior two pose here. Are you breathing? Find that inhale through your nose, that exhale through your nose. All right, so if you are in your up, just go ahead and release that hand down. Let's inhale, come back into our Virabhadrasana 2. So I want you to think lots of length here. Think triangle pose in the upper body as you hinge forward at that right hip crease. And let's just bring our right forearm to our thigh and then reach that left arm up. And then we're going to take that arm up and overhead. So you're getting this long line of energy stretching through those left fingertips as you anchor into that left foot. And then can you spin your right ribs up towards the ceiling? Are you breathing? This is a hard pose. This is This is like an acquired taste. Okay, so finally, if you want a little more of that core action here, maybe extend right arm forward. Oh my goodness. Like you're kind of holding a beach ball between your hands. Great work. Inhale up to center. Oh, as you exhale, arms release by your side. All right, and then we're gonna make our way into our second side. So if you have this left leg extended out and just heel toe, just bring it back to center, however it gets there. And we move into our second side, which could look different. So just know that going in. So again, we're finding this external rotation, this hip opening in the left leg. So you open up as much or as little as feels good for you. And then you stay here like this with the right leg. Maybe you extend that right leg straight forward. So you're just pressing into the center of the heel. Maybe you find a more classic variation of the pose. So rolling to the inner edge of your right foot. Back leg is neutral, but it feels like you're pressing that left knee back behind you. And then let's all just like bring our torso to face towards that left leg. So that's moving in a warrior one direction. Warrior two, torso squares to the camera in front of you. So all of these different little things happening at the same time. We're going to inhale, stretch the arms out. It feels counterintuitive here, but the more you confirm the muscle of your arms to the bone, so you're kind of really engaging the arms, keeping them really active, it actually makes it a little easier to hold them here. So let's bring our gaze out over our left fingertips for a couple of breaths. Feeling really strong, these warrior poses, you know, help us to feel really present, really powerful, sometimes really tired. We're going to flip our left palm to face up, and we're going to find our reverse warrior. So as you inhale, we find that lateral stretch. We've been here, so let it feel really good. And then again, if you wanted to find your little half wrap here, you're welcome to play with that variation. And that just allows you to open up that right shoulder a little more. You could be looking up underneath your top arm. This really is a lovely pose. Stretches lots of things. It just looks lovely too. It's the reason it gets Instagrammed so much. Y'all look beautiful here. All right, so if you've got that wrap, just go ahead and release down. We're going to inhale. Find our Virabhadrasana 2. Right, so feel how even both sides are. Try to keep that. As you hinge forward at your left hip, reach, 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 reach. And then you can press your forearm into that left thigh. You could even kind of drag that knee back using the strength of your arm. And then we take that top arm up and over. So another beautiful pose here. A little more challenging, perhaps, than our reverse warrior for a lot of us. We naturally find the length on this right side, but we're trying to find extension through the left side too, even as we're wrapping those ribs up towards the ceiling. And then just exhale your shoulders out of your ears. If you want to go for it on this side, you can reach your left arm up, getting into all of those. Lost the earbud. All right, as we inhale, we come on up. Great work. As you exhale, just release your arms down. And then we're going to make our way back to our Tadasana, our mountain pose. And let's move into a little of our alternate nostril breathing today. So come to a nice comfortable seat, and then let's just do some little jazz hands here. 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . 。 . . . . . . . . . 。 . 。 . . 。 . 。 . 。 . . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 .
。
And then you can kind of just pretend like you're, I don't know, picking up sand or something. I think there's better ways to pick up sand than this. This is like if you're picking up sand with toes, I guess. I don't know. And then just do a little shake out, a little wrist circle. And then you can take your left hand on your thigh and we're gonna use our right hand to block our nostrils. So as you know, you can use thumb and index. If you want to do more of the classic mudra, you're bending your middle and index finger in. So it's kind of like you get one finger with the pinky and ring finger. And then find that bony part of your nose and wherever you're at. So the elbow likes to creep up here. So we're going to try to soften it down so the shoulders stay nice and relaxed. We've worked on that a lot today. And then just slide your fingers down to that soft place. You just barely have to press to block here. Allow your eyelids to close. Take a nice deep inhale through both nostrils. Full exhale through both nostrils. And let's block right nostril with the thumb. Inhale left. Let's exhale left. Block left. Inhale right. Exhale right. So just real simple today. Block right. Inhale left. Exhale left. Block left. Inhale right. Exhale right. Block right. Inhale left. Exhale left. Block right. Inhale left. Inhale right. I'm sorry. Exhale right. Block right. Inhale left. Exhale left. Block left. Inhale right. Exhale right. So block right. Inhale left. Exhale left. Block left. Inhale right. Exhale right. One more complete cycle. Block right. Inhale left. Exhale left. Block left. Inhale right. Exhale right. And release your right hand down. Inhale through both nostrils. And exhale through both nostrils. And then just find nice, easy, gentle breathing. And we're going to move towards our shavasana. So you might stay exactly where you're at. And if you're doing that, you're just softening. You're finding this sense of relaxation, this sense of surrender. If you feel more comfortable coming into a forward fold, you could find a child's pose using a chair, a desk in front of you. You are welcome to come into classic shavasana on the floor if that feels good. Mostly just find a place where you can kind of shift gears here. So you transition into the rest of the day, transition out of our work together this past hour. And again, just do a little scan of your body. Make sure it's completely relaxed. You're not holding or gripping anywhere that you don't need to. And just really giving yourself the opportunity to soak up the benefits of the work you've just done. Shavasana. Asato ma satgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityama mritam gamaya. Oh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Oh. Your next inhale is deeper. You can sigh the breath out, ha. And just bring some gentle movement back to your body. So wiggle, stretch, whatever feels good here. You eventually land with your palms in a pile on top of your heart. Sending yourself love and gratitude, sending each other love and gratitude, sending your body love and gratitude. It's a gift to be able to work and move like this. And just promise yourself you're going to carry this good feeling with you into the rest of the day, the rest of the week ahead. And bow your head with a smile. Beautiful work today, everybody. Thank you. Good to see all of you.